Coming in at number 47, we are going to the USHL, one of the high risers throughout this season. It's Czech-born player Vaclav Nestrasil.
Yep, Ross, he plays for the Lumberjacks, and if he wasn't playing hockey, this guy could probably be a legit lumberjack with the size that he has. 6'5", 190 pounds, right shot, right winger, from Czechia, April 2007 birthday, and in 61 games with the Lumberjacks, he had 19 goals, 23 assists for 42 points, and then in 14 playoff games, he popped off in the playoffs too with 7 goals, 6 assists for 13 points. But Ross, I want to talk about what you touched on there. Scott Wheeler mentioned in his write-up of Nestrasil that he was a guy that started off slow but then figured things out big time. In his first 21 games, he only had 8 points, not probably the start he expected, but then in his last 40 games, he finishes with 34 points, nearly a point per game pace. So that's someone that really figured it out and got comfortable as the season went on.
So much so that his commitment to the University of Massachusetts has been pushed up. Initially, he was going to join them after next season in the USHL, but the decision was made that he is going to UMass next season. And that's a very good program there as well. He's rangy. He's got room for physical growth, but our good friend over at Locked On NHL Prospects, who we're going to add to our rankings going forward, Sebastian High, in his write-up about him, calls him a violent player with elite defensive engagement and relentless pressure. So not only is he a guy that can put up points, as you mentioned, getting a lot more production as the season went on, but he also will not hurt you in the defensive side of the game. He took huge strides this season, and he's also been among the USHL's most aggressive checkers and most daring on-puck creators throughout the season. That's again from Sebastian High. So I think that he gives me a lot of late first round vibes when it's all said and done. Bob McKenzie has him 60th, but again, those are mid-season rankings. He feels like a guy that's just going to continue to shoot up rankings. Craig Button, rather, with TSN in his most recent rankings, he's not sold yet. Late second round pick for him, or early third, 65th overall. Scott Wheeler has him at 55. McKean's at 50, and Elite Prospects at 26. So maybe I'm ahead of myself, but couldn't you see him like early second round pick to the San Jose Sharks, already a deep prospect pool? That to me would be such a nice complementary piece in their system.
Yeah, I like Nestrasil a lot, Ross, but I think first round is probably a little rich, but we'll see what happens. From the highlights I watched of him, this is a classic power forward. Ross, I didn't see a single goal that he scored, and I think I saw most of his 19 goals in this highlight pack. None of them were farther than 3 feet from the crease. All his goals right in there, right at the net. He's able to stand his ground when defensemen are trying to box him out. I mean, at 6'5", 190, you're going to be able to do that in the USHL. And then almost all of his goals are on rebounds. So he's able to pivot his body so that when the shot comes in, he's seeing the shot, and then he can pivot, use that size to turn around, get that rebound before anyone else, battle out defenseman sticks, and beat the goalie cleanly. He just has such a skill for that I was impressed by. And he's even able to slip to soft ice where defensemen are so focused on puck watching that he'll just slowly get a little bit away from the crease, and then that rebound pops to him and he buries it. And this guy hunts down pucks. There was one highlight of the other team had their net pulled and they're trying to break the puck up the ice, and he's just all over. He's a one-man forecheck all over these guys, turns the puck over in the neutral zone and pots it into the empty net easily. Like, this guy is put on the ice to score goals in front of the slot, and he's going to make it difficult for other teams trying to get the puck past him, because more likely than not, he wants that puck more than you, and more likely than not, he's stronger and bigger, and he's going to be able to take it from you.
Yeah, and he had a great playoffs as well, winning the Clark Cup. Muskegon gets the trophy. They won 4-3 in the final game there in overtime. I may mention
That's
as
sick.
well. And Nestrasil had 13 points in 14 playoff games. So the stock continues to rise for Vaclav Nestrasil, and we'll see where he ends up. How many Sens stars for Nestrasil?
I gave him 4 stars, Ross. I really like this player a lot. Picking him with 21 would be too soon, but I can see if they trade back. Like I said, I think it's too rich to take him in the first round. But if the Sens trade back to a late first rounder, this is the type of guy that fits their profile. I said a right winger is one of the top priorities for me position wise. He's got size. He's a goal scorer. It seems like he puts the work in. So I give this guy 4 stars if the Sens find a appropriate spot to take him.
Nestrasil comes in at number 47 on our Locked On Senators draft rankings with an average of 51.2 for now. Again, these rankings, some of them will be updated, and we imagine that he will be one of those late risers towards the draft.